Confidence does not appear overnight, and it is not something that only a few lucky people receive. True confidence is built slowly through awareness, honesty, and reflection on your own life experiences. When you take the time to look back on where you started, what you faced, and how you responded, you begin to see something powerful. You realize that you have already overcome challenges that once felt impossible. You remember moments when you adapted, learned, and grew stronger than before. This process of reflection sends a clear message to your mind that you are capable of progress. According to the teachings of Joseph Murphy, your subconscious mind accepts what you repeatedly believe and feel. When you reflect on your progress, you begin to replace doubt with evidence. You stop guessing about your worth and start seeing proof of your strength. Reflection helps you connect your past efforts with your present identity. It reminds you that you did not arrive here by accident, but by persistence and courage. Even the difficult moments carry value because they forced you to develop patience, resilience, and wisdom. When you review those experiences, you stop seeing them as failures and start seeing them as training. This shift in perspective changes how you see yourself today. Instead of feeling unprepared, you begin to feel experienced. Instead of feeling weak, you recognize your endurance. Instead of fearing the future, you trust your ability to handle it. Confidence grows when your mind understands that you have already survived uncertainty before. Reflection also helps you recognize patterns of success that you may have ignored. You begin to notice that your best decisions came from believing in yourself. You see that progress happened when you refuse to quit. This awareness strengthens your self-image and builds trust within yourself. Over time, reflection becomes a source of motivation because it proves that growth is real and repeatable. When you carry this understanding forward, you stop waiting for confidence and start creating it. You realize that confidence is not given, it is remembered. It already exists inside your story, waiting for you to acknowledge it and use it as fuel for your next level of life. Now you move ahead with certainty because you know your past has already prepared you for what comes next, and you trust yourself completely. Continue reflecting daily and you will continue strengthening the confident person you are becoming every single day of your life, moving forward with purpose, belief, and inner power that never leaves you behind again, because you now understand that every experience you face serves you and strengthens your belief in who you are and who you are becoming. Each moment, you choose awareness over fear and reflection over avoidance, building confidence that lasts for the rest of your life ahead. Starting now and forevermore today, and always moving forward bravely with faith in yourself each day ahead, always growing stronger within and shining with confidence you created yourself fully and freely now. Reflection also creates clarity about who you are becoming, not just who you have been. When you pause and observe your thoughts, actions, and decisions, you begin to notice the direction of your personal growth. You see the habits that helped you and the habits that limited you. This awareness gives you the power to choose differently. Instead of repeating behaviors that weaken your confidence, you begin to reinforce the ones that strengthen it. Over time, this conscious awareness reshapes your self-image. You no longer see yourself as someone hoping to become confident. You start seeing yourself as someone who is actively building confidence through intentional living. This shift is subtle, but it is life-changing. Your mind begins to align with the identity you repeatedly confirm through reflection. As taught by Joseph Murphy, the subconscious mind responds to the impressions you give it. When you consistently reflect on your growth, you impress your mind with the truth of your progress. This creates a deeper sense of certainty within you. You stop relying on outside validation because you have internal proof of your evolution. Reflection also strengthens your trust in your own decisions. You begin to remember times when you made choices that improved your life. You remember moments when you listened to your inner guidance and things worked out in your favor. This memory builds self-trust, and self-trust is one of the strongest foundations of confidence. Without self-trust, confidence feels fragile and temporary. With self-trust, confidence becomes steady and reliable. Reflection reminds you that you have guided yourself forward before, and you can do it again. It also teaches you that mistakes were never your enemy. They were your teachers. When you reflect honestly, you see that every mistake gave you information. Every setback gave you insight. Every challenge forced you to expand. This understanding removes the fear of failure because you no longer see failure as the end. You see it as part of your development. This realization frees you. You become more willing to act, to try, and to grow. Confidence expands naturally when fear loses its control over your decisions. Reflection also connects you with your inner strength. You begin to recognize qualities within yourself that you once overlooked. You see your patience. You see your persistence. You see your courage. These qualities were always there, but reflection allows you to finally acknowledge them. The more you acknowledge them, the stronger they become. Your mind accepts this new self-concept and begins to express it in your daily life. You carry yourself differently. You speak differently. You think differently. All of this begins with reflection. It begins with your willingness to see yourself clearly and honestly. When you continue this practice, confidence stops feeling like something distant. It becomes something familiar. It becomes part of who you are, created by your awareness, strengthened by your reflection, and proven by your own life experience. Reflection also changes the way you interpret your present moment, because when you understand your past growth, you stop underestimating your current ability. You begin to realize that the person you are today is more prepared, more experienced, and more capable than the person you were before. This awareness removes the illusion that you are starting from nothing. In truth, you are starting from experience. Every lesson you learned, every obstacle you faced, and every time you refuse to give up has already added strength to your foundation. When you reflect, you reconnect with that foundation. You remind yourself that you are not fragile. You are someone who has adapted again and again. This realization begins to influence how you see new challenges. Instead of reacting with fear, you respond with calm determination. Instead of assuming defeat, you expect growth. This expectation alone begins to reshape your behavior. Your mind and body begin to act in alignment with the confident identity you are reinforcing. Joseph Murphy taught that whatever you impress upon your subconscious mind will eventually express itself in your reality. Reflection is one of the most powerful ways to create that impression because it is based on truth. You are not imagining strength. You are remembering it. You are not pretending to be capable. You are recognizing that you already have been capable. This recognition removes internal resistance. You no longer feel like an imposter in your own life. You feel like the rightful owner of your progress. Reflection also helps you develop emotional stability. When you understand that difficult moments have always passed and led to growth, you stop feeling overwhelmed by temporary discomfort. You gain patience with yourself. You stop expecting instant perfection and start respecting steady progress. This patience protects your confidence from being destroyed by small setbacks. You understand that one moment does not define you. Your journey defines you. Reflection keeps you connected to the bigger picture of who you are becoming. It reminds you that confidence is not based on one success, but on a pattern of persistence. The more you see that pattern, the more natural confidence feels. It stops feeling forced. It stops feeling like something you must prove. It becomes something you quietly carry. You begin to trust yourself in situations where you once doubted yourself. You begin to move forward without needing constant reassurance. This independence strengthens your sense of identity. Reflection also increases your sense of control over your life. You stop feeling like life is just happening to you. You begin to see how your decisions, your mindset, and your persistence have shaped your path. This awareness gives you a sense of ownership. When you feel ownership, you feel power. When you feel power, confidence grows naturally. You no longer wait for the future to feel confident. You feel confident now because you understand your story, you respect your growth, and you trust your ability to continue evolving into someone even stronger than before.